Okay. Welcome to another episode of the DataDistillr Masterclass series. And if it's Thursday, you know we are hanging with our friend Monty Rahman. Monty, brother, always good, man. Always good to see you.
Pleasure to be here. Always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. To everyone listening, we wanted to be thoughtful about today's show, and it got us thinking about where data sits. And I think that is a big question, right? Because we all know that data is everywhere, but there are people in organizations that have the tough job of, let's call it, joining the data, accessing the data, migrating the data, integrating the data. Call it what you want, but there are teams set up just to bring all this data together, and it's not easy to do. And I think what Monty and I today are going to show you, which we hope blows your mind, is how about you just leave the data where it is? Just think about that. Just leave the data where it is and have direct access. We just blew your mind. Monty, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, it's game changing. Just leave the data where it is, no matter where it is, what it is, leave it alone. Come to Data Distiller and you can work on it here easily, low code environment, easy SQL.
Yeah, I love what you just said. Low code environment, SQL. Um, if you're on multi clouds, okay, leave the data where it is. If you are a data scientist and you need access to data, leave it where it is. Use our tool, export it to a Jupyter notebook. Super easy. If you're a business analyst and you want to get your data to Tableau, but the access is to get to your data, yes, business analyst, data governance, sales ops, rev ops, HR ops, pick it. But the thing is, you need to access your data. Now, in addition to accessing that data, you need to have connectors. So, yes, not only can you have direct access to your clouds, but yes, over 150 APE. And what I thought could be pretty neat, as we always do with Monty. Um, Monty, I thought maybe we spin up, if it's okay, an instance and maybe just show the databases that we're connected or you can connect to, right?
Yeah,
Like there's Elastic, there's Postgres, there's SQL. So maybe I'm thinking maybe you spin that up. And I think last week we did BigQuery. I think we could do BigQuery again, or if you just want to show Postgres, it just showing everyone again. The headline here is connect directly. So
spot on.
Monty, why don't you
Spot
take it
on.
away? I think it's always good to show the demo on how you could connect directly.
Yeah, yeah. To speaking on leave the data where it is, we're always working with APIs. How about we do an API with a database?
Oh,
We've
I like
done
that. Yeah,
API.
let's do API and database. That's pretty neat.
Okay, let me share my screen.
I really like that. So everybody, again, the headline here is what we want to just do is to everyone that has to touch data and think about these enterprise companies or even think about small businesses. Data is everywhere. But the key is how do you set your data team up for success? And the way to do that is get them access to the data. We believe that you should be able to do that directly at the source. And Monty, if you want to share, if you're having issues, we don't have to share, but I think it was just important that we kind of really hone in on its connect at the source using literally one language, SQL.
Yeah, I can share. I just have to drop and I'll jump right
Yeah,
back in.
yeah, totally.
1 second. Can
Yeah.
we?
So, and to everyone, I think it's really important is we hear it on all our calls: data migration, data orchestration, data integration. But what we're hearing again is, gosh, I, I've got teams everywhere using a different cloud, or their data is in a different database, or maybe it's in a flat file. And what we believe and what we think we've cracked the code on is what we're saying: direct access. connect to that data right where it is. Don't duplicate it. And there's a lot of there to even delight the governance teams, compliance teams, right? Because we're not moving things around. All right. So what's cool is we've got Monty back on. So Monty, I'm going to set you up. So I think to recap, we're going to show what an API is. That what we want to do in a join?
Yep, Salesforce API with Google BigQuery Database.
Oh, I love it. Yep, I love it. Salesforce API, such a great API. I mean, we are absolutely crushing that API. Our clients love that API. BigQuery. Yep. So Monty, whenever you're ready, let me get you set up here. All right. So everyone, this is I'm going to leave it to Monty as lunch. Today we've got Monty. This is the DataDistillr Masterclass.
So before I jump in and show you guys the results or the data of our Salesforce, I thought it would be neat to show you how easily it is to configure it and to bring your Salesforce API
right. And hey, Monty, do me a favor. I don't know if you could turn your volume up a little bit.
Yeah.
Everyone, that's the beauty of a live stream on LinkedIn Live. We're streaming live, so I love that. But I love the thing. I just want to be able to hear you.
Right.
Perfect.
So you just come over to your project in DDR. Your data is where it is. It's in its Salesforce. You select your data source, API, add new API data source, and just find it, Salesforce. Boom. You give it your consumer key, which is unique to you in your Salesforce account, your consumer secret, and the subdomain of your Salesforce instance. And then you copy and paste this redirect URI in DataDistillr. And with those simple uh, uh, unique keys, you're able to have your DDR and Salesforce communicate with one another. Pretty neat and so simple. Just 3 easy pieces that are so easily found in your own account.
I love it. And that's one of, we have over 150 connectors. That's just one, but I love that we always talk about Salesforce. Love it. Keep going. I love it.
So that was the API. So now what we're going to do is a BigQuery database. So you would then go to your Google BigQuery, click over here, and BigQuery is a little bit different. You just need your client ID and your client secret and the name of the project where your data resides in BigQuery. So that it depends on how you named it or how your organization deals with the data. It might be the finance project, it might be the accounting, whatever it is, that project where that data resides, paste that over here. And just like before, connect the redirect URI into your BigQuery account and have the two softwares communicate with one another. So once you do that, you can come over, look to your nav tree, and you can see, hey, here's my Salesforce data API, and here's my BigQuery database. So let's look at Salesforce. We have one endpoint here called chatter users, and we can pull that up, press run. And this endpoint here allows us to see the different users that are associated or included in this Salesforce account. So give it a quick second.
It's great. And I'm just thinking about all the databases our customers have. I mean, I know we're talking about BigQuery, but I can just imagine how much data and columns and files are in BigQuery and what they have to do just to get to the data and how they have to connect everything. And it's just, I love we're going right to the source.
Right to the source. So boom, just that simple. Salesforce is now in my DDR environment. I can now do my joins with it to anything else I want. Say I have some flat files, say I have some, CSVs, Excels, Parquets, you name it. It's now in a place where it can easily communicate and join with all those other pieces of data. So now,
no, I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Great.
And hey, why don't we show them how to export it to a notebook? Because in that data science world, like just thinking about data scientists, and if it's not a super notebook, you can export it to Tableau, super easy. But if you want to just show everyone, we've done it before, but it's one of my favorite features. Why don't you show how you can export that query to a notebook?
I say we do that. I say we save that for another class week. I don't want to share all the good news all at once.
I love it. I love it.
All right.
I love it. So hey, so what I'm going to do is let's unshare. We're going to unshare for a second here. So Monty, what I loved about that demo, first of all, is it's really cool to see all the databases that we have, and how simple it is. And again, that's the problem. It's like that data orchestration, the data, it's like the copying, just leave it where it is. I mean, I'm sure you see that with like every time you get on a call, like that's the number one thing we get asked. Help me.
Yeah, yeah. I can't help you better than DDR. It does it on its own. It speaks for itself.
Yeah, no, I think that's right. Well, listen, Monty, as always, I appreciate you being on the show. This is the DataDistillr Masterclass, and again, we want to just get everyone excited that hey, guess what? If you're frustrated, challenged, or just not delighted every time you have to do a new pipeline or do a new model, and you have to always kind of gather this data, hey, there's some help out there. Check out datadistiller.com. This is the Masterclass. You could also download us off the Oracle Cloud Marketplace. And we'll see you next Thursday on the Masterclass.